The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? We'll see a return here from the end zone.
Let's go now. Red, cycle.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On the ready.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Slide, 97.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The Falcons now at 2-5 to start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Trouble, 38. Ready?
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game?
This is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Trap 50, trap 50.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one taken in by Otten. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Ready? Viking 18. Buffalo 18.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
Edo blue.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do.
Come on, set. Claws red.
2nd and 6. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety, Antoine Winfield, got in there that time. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19.
Yellow.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Let's go now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoff.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week. They had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the double.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Level. Cut.
He'll look to throw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Steel, black, blaster, 6.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
As long as it can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Got it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. In motion left goes a tight end.
Go check.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Mustang 19.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Set, ready.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready, ready. Green jack. Set.
2nd and 4. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man London right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Down.
In motion, the tight end.
Red.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Okay.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
50 Fury.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. A pass underneath for Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
we go. Here
So
we
after
go.
the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Ready.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Big Lion. Big hurt.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's got Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On second down, here's Fournette. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Back to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Fournette, a first down carry. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Otten on the out route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, here's White. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll go option to the short side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping in air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Rail. Black flag.
Once again, it's Mostert. And some space, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
22 needle.
Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Drill green.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Okay, ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go with White on the counter. And he's got Rome. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, Those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Come on. Go.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Well, the jet sweep. This is Godwin. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Black shot. 6. Mega. Steel. Black. Ready?
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is
He's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Fournette on the toss to the right. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll drop to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 10. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Complete to Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here.